For this lab, we're going to be going over some of the features and functions of the Nortec 600 flaw detector from Olympus. Starting off, we have our smart knob here on the left. You're going to use this knob to adjust many of the features. Then you have direct function keys on the left because you use these keys a lot. Then you have your main menu keys along the bottom, as well as function keys on the right. Charging indicator shows my battery's good. It's been plugged in for a while. And of course our power button. Let's test that one out first. So we're going to watch the test instrument boot up. Now when it completes its boot up sequence, it's going to be asking us what type of test we want to perform. I'm going to be doing surface cracks. And I have an aluminum EDM notch block here. And I can select between subsurface, weld and wheel, dual frequency subsurface, or heat exchanger tubing. But I'm going to do surface cracks right there. Now, one of the setups in here is you can turn on power link. And what power link is if you have a newer probe, a lot of times there's a smart chip in it. So when you plug your 16-pin LEMO cable that's on the top here, you can see it on screen there. But when you hook up a probe with a smart chip in it, the instrument will configure itself for to have optimum settings for that particular type of probe. But this is an older probe, doesn't have a smart chip in it, so I can't use the power link feature. But I don't care because I know how to set this instrument up, and it doesn't take that much time. So now that we've selected surface crack application with our smart knob, we'll just hit the arrow button to get into that mode. I don't want that box there, and I know that's an alarm box. So I'm just going to hit this alarm key. I'm going to turn it off with the smart knob, and then I'm going to go back to main. Now it's preset to 500 kilohertz. We'll just leave it there for now. So I'm going to go through each one of these buttons. So the check mark, that's the enter key that's used to make selections. Counterclockwise arrow here is the return or back key. Then you have your null control, which is what you're going to use to balance your impedance point. You got the gain. You're going to use that to make your signals larger or smaller. Erase erases the screen, obviously. Angle is used in conjunction with the smart knob to adjust your phase of your impedance trajectory. Freeze obviously freezes the screen. Save is used to either save an image that's on your display, or you can save your test setup so you can easily recall it later on without having to go through the whole sequence again. Then we've got our main filter button. This provides access to the main menu, which controls other functions such as frequency, gain, angle, and filters. So if I just hit it a couple times, what does it do here? Yeah, so we've got a frequency, angle, gain in horizontal and vertical. If I press it again, it goes into the filter menu. And then if I hit it again, it goes into the special menu like selecting probe drive voltage, the type of cable connector that you have hooked up to the instrument. It's got a slide rule feature in here which helps you determine what frequency you should be using for a test. But right now I'm back into the main submenu, which is the frequency menu. All right, then if you go into the display mode, it changes it obviously over here. Now you can go through this display mode. Looks like there's 3 or 4 different menus in there. But the display menu provides access to controls which position the vector point, your impedance point. You can move that around the screen to anywhere you want it to be. The trace, the style of grid, whether you're using a polar grid or Cartesian grid, you can adjust that to your preference. The alarm menu provides access to control functions such as type of alarm, dwell time, how loud the beep is, and the position of your alarm gates. And you have your memory key there that gets you into the storage screen. This shows all the setups that have been previously stored in the instrument. Then you've got the advanced setup menu. What's in there? Let's hit it a few times. You can change your password, set up your system. You can lock the tester up, You can reset the tester back to factory. Let's see what else we got in there. Now, A, B, C, D, E, those are all function keys that are tied to whatever menu's up there. So if I click on the advanced menu and go into the setup one set of features, I guess, then I can go into all settings, or I can go back with this key. I can toggle between single and dual frequencies. I go back here. I can go into the color, change the color. Now I guess it's green. Yeah, green impedance. What else we got? We got blue, we got red. I think it's got 5 or 6 different colors in there. I always happen to like the green. Where's the green? I like the green. Green and black. All right. So that's basically it. Now there's a lot of features that you're not going to use commonly. You know, you're going to use just a lot of the basics over and over again. If you want to know how specific features work, for example, if you wanted to set up a bolt hole standard with a rotating scanner, you know, that's something you probably don't do that often. So you're going to need to refer to the instruction manual and go find out exactly how to set it up. That's one thing about the Nortec 600 operator's manual, is it teaches you how to set up the instrument for just about every type of test that you can do with it. So that covers the basic functions of the Nortec 600 flaw detector, and we'll get deeper into the settings and test applications in further modules.